Hey, good morning, everybody.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. It's Ashley and Eric. We're joining you live from Querencia in Los Cabos, Mexico. It's a beautiful day here, and we're excited to move our bodies and to offer you a great high-intensity interval training and stretch class. So we should get right to it. We're starting a couple minutes late this morning. Sorry about that. We're gonna get started with a bit of a warm-up. So let's take ourselves to the back of our mat. All you'll need this morning is a yoga mat or just something that has cushion and your body. You don't really need anything else, okay? So standing up nice and tall. Okay, we're going to walk out into a plank. So just bend down, bend your knees, walk out into a plank position. You're gonna take your right foot, bring it into your right hand, and then reach your right arm up to the sky for a nice little twist. Inhale and exhale. Take it back down into your plank. Move back into a down dog. Bend your knees slightly, and then start to walk your hands back to your feet and roll up one vertebra at a time. So that's what we're gonna do there. We're gonna also reach our arms up to the sky here. Breathe in and breathe out and circle them back around. So we're just gonna get some circumduction going on in the shoulders. Inhale up and exhale back around. Very good. So same thing here. Walk out into the plank, bend your knees, come all the way down. Start to think about here in your plank, bringing your low ribs together and squeezing your inner thighs, and your glutes are engaging a little bit as well. We're gonna take that left foot, bring it in. If it has a hard time coming in, just use your arm to bring it forward, no big deal. Right hand on the instep of the left foot, breathe in, arm reaches up, and see if you can start to notice little nuances here, like for example, your stabilizers in your hips, so stretching those a little bit. This is a hip mobility warm up here. Inhale and exhale, we're gonna hands down, step back, move into down dog, bend your knees a little bit for your hamstrings. Maybe let's here move the hips a bit from side to side. You can even pedal your feet out a bit. Good. And then hands walk back to your feet, bend your knees, tuck your tail, tuck your chin to your chest, roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms are gonna come up overhead. Breathe in, breathe out, circumduct in through the shoulders, and then start to bring your low ribs and draw them in so that you're not arching your back here. We really want to think about low ribs pulling in. Inhale and exhale, release. Good. So same thing again. Inhale, start to roll down through the spine, walk out into plank. Again, hug the inner thighs in, start to just lightly squeeze the glutes, energize down into your hands. Core is nice and strong. Inhale, breathe in, right foot comes in, right arm reaches up. Exhale, hand comes down, foot steps back, back into down dog. Let's stay here in down dog. Again, pedal your feet, and then move your hips. And walk back, hands come back to your feet, roll up. Breathe in, arms reach up. Breathe out, arms go back. Let's take our elbows and just circle through the elbows here. Good. And then again, coming down, walk out to plank. This is your last one here. Foot moves in, arm reaches up. Hug the navel back to your spine. Start to really engage those core muscles. Breathe in, breathe out. Back into your down dog. Now here, you guys, I want you to take your feet together, and then we're going to bend through the left knee just a little bit and reach that right leg up to the sky. Now we'll bend through the right knee, and I want you to start to circle, make little circles with your knee into your hip joint. So what we're doing here is we're just circumducting, we're isolating in the pelvis. And notice that Eric is really not moving around in his hips. It's really just isolated right in that hip. Now take it in the opposite direction, Eric. Sorry, opposite direction if you didn't already on that side. Unless you did. If you already went in both directions, great. And you can switch legs. So breathe in, breathe out. Opposite leg lifts, bend the knee. You can even send the hip open a little bit and then start to do your circles. So notice that my hips aren't moving around. My hips are pretty quiet. It's just this side that's moving, circumducting, and then go in the opposite direction here. Good. Now take that foot, set it down, look in between your hands, and take your knees down to the floor. Hands come under your shoulders, so just gaze down, make sure that wrists are directly under your shoulders, your biceps are slightly forward, your knees want to be under your hips, okay? So here we're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to lift or hover our knees off of the earth as we energize and press down the hands into the floor. So the lower abdominals really coming in towards the center of the body. We're breathing here. We're breathing out. And then release. Send the hips from side to side. And then let the shoulders follow. So you're moving here through your spine. And we're just kind of stretching through the sides of the body as well. We're going to do that one more time. Then I have one more for you for glutes, and then we're gonna get right into our workout, okay? So hands again under shoulders, knees under hips, toes tuck under, lift off, energize down into the hands. I want you to tuck your tail under just a little bit. Feel the low ribs move in towards each other, breathe in. Gaze is down, so there's no wrinkles in your neck. Good, breathe out. Release. Send the hips again from side to side because it feels good. And then we're going to cross out our ankles here, take a seat, and sit up nice and tall. So I like to take the flesh of my bum and just kind of move it away from my sits bones. And if you have pretty tight hips and hammies, you might need to bend your knees a little bit as we do this next one. So hands can come next to the side so you have a little bit more support for your spine. And you're going to squeeze one glute and then release it. Squeeze the other glute and release it. So all we're doing is we're just activating one side, okay? One glute at a time and then releasing. So what we're telling is this brain-body connection of glutes, it's time to start working, it's time to stop sleeping, okay? And we need you to activate here so that this can be one of our primary movers when we start to do bigger movements this morning. Good. Think about drawing your navel back as you do this. So I want you to think about low ribs hugging in. Okay. You're still breathing. Relax through your shoulders. See if you can relax the other parts of your upper body as you're doing this. My feet are flexed. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Really squeeze into the bum, you guys. And last 1. Good. Now hands are coming next to your sides. You're going to just point your toes a little bit, start to lift your hips off. You might have to walk your feet forward a little bit so that your wrists and your shoulders can be in line. You're gonna look up, breathe in, breathe out, and then just reach forward over your legs and do this again. So we're gonna inhale, lift the hips up, look up slightly, but head doesn't go all the way back. Exhale, release. Bend the knees a little bit, flex the feet. Inhale, reach towards the toes with a long spine. Exhale, release. Do it a couple more times. Inhale, up. So we're just opening up the shoulders, the chest. We're using some of that back body, posterior chain. We're just asking for it to start to wake up. And then do it one more time. So breathe in, breathe out, and reach forward, and come up. Good. So cross out your ankles again. Just pop yourself all the way up, and then let's get started. If you guys feel like you need to warm your body just a little bit more, then please take your time. Take whatever time you need to do that. So here's how this morning's gonna work in terms of like the exercises. We have 2 per set, 2 exercises per set. So we're gonna do 60 seconds on and 10 seconds off. So it's gonna be like a little bit longer than normal. The idea is that we're keeping the heart rate up this morning, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is what's called a flamingo walk out. So I'm going to demonstrate it first, Actually going to turn my mat this way so that you have a better view. All right, so this is going to require a bit of balance. So we're going to start, for example, on the left side. I would like you to do this with me at home because as you're doing it, as we're doing it together, your body's going to remember as you do the actual workout. So we're going to bend through that left knee. I'm balanced on my left foot. And I'm hugging my right knee in next to my left knee. I'm going to come all the way down to the floor, so bend, 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 okay, until my hands touch the floor. I'm going to walk out into a plank, and I'm going to keep this leg lifted, okay? Then the leg goes in, crosses in to the left elbow, it comes back, it crosses into the right elbow, it goes back, it comes into the nose, and it goes back. Notice that my hips are not moving. My hips are very stable and neutral, okay? And then from here, we're gonna step back, our hands walk back to our feet, and we come up. So that's just one side. So I have 60 seconds on that side. Walking out, cross, tap, forward, walk back, then we'll repeat the other side. Then the next one is very simple, our jump ins and our jump outs. You guys, if you've done this class with us before, you remember jump in and out. So in and out. So you can, if you want, you can take your intensity up here by increasing your pace always, okay? Or just getting lower, deeper in your squats. So totally up to you for that one. All right, so we're gonna start with just those two. We're gonna repeat that 3 times, and then we'll go into the next set of exercises. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Are you ready, Rick?
Yes, I'm ready.
Woo!
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Guys, make sure you have your water nearby and maybe a towel. And, oh, I don't have my water. I'm gonna grab mine because I'm gonna need it. Okay. Oh, how do I do that? Like here? Nice. Okay, so we do have a little bit of music. I hope that you guys can hear us. If you're close to your camera or your phone or device, can you give us a thumbs up that you can hear us okay? Even with the music we have here. Because it seems that we've been having problems with our audio. I said that like a northerner. I can't even say it. Our audio on the live videos. So hopefully you guys can hear us okay. Okay guys, let's get to it. So take a deep breath. We're going to just take like maybe a 20 second rest in between the sets. So again, but you're gonna have 10 seconds in between each exercise. All right, so here we go. Breathe in, breathe out. 4, 3, 2, pick a leg. You go down, you walk out, you cross. Yeah, it's quick. And then walk back. So I want you to do this with keeping the quality of your movement in mind, but I want you to like really get into what you're doing here. And if you can, you guys, this foot never touches the floor, okay? Just your supporting leg. And then walk back. And stand up. So as you stand up, see if you can balance just on that one foot. Cross, same elbow, center, come back. Good. You only have 15 seconds left on this side. Cross. Good. Notice that our hips, you guys, are not moving up. Give me one more, please. Down. Walk out into a plank. Cross. Woo! That one's fun. Okay, let's do the other side. So, right into it. Let's go. Make sure you're breathing with these. And it doesn't matter which direction you choose for your knee. Just make sure that you're really engaging into those core muscles, deep core muscles. Eric and I are gonna have a competition to see who can do the most in 60 seconds. If you can, you guys, count to see how many of these you're able to do. Now, remember, quality of your movement is very important, more than the quantity, even though I say be competitive with yourself or whoever you have with you right now doing this. Good. Give me one more, please. Hopefully you're feeling warmer. Bring it back. Good. Shake it out. Now we go right into our jump ins and jump outs.
My favorites.
Huh?
My favorites.
Woo! They are a favorite for sure. All right, so get ready. And 4, 3, 2, empezamos. Here we go. Now, you guys, if the jumping is too much for your knees, here's where you are. Okay? You can just be right here. Don't knock your water bottle.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Come on, guys. So, a couple of things as we're moving. Abdominals are strong, right? We don't have floppy bellies. We gotta keep the navel hugged in to the spine, okay? You're powering up, using your glutes here, using your inner thighs to bring you back in. Find your breath. 15 seconds. These 60-second intervals can get intense, so make sure you're staying mindful. Breathe. Last one. Good. Shake it out. Back to your mat. Back to the back of your mat. Tap your feet. We're moving, moving. So I told you I would give you 20 seconds in between each set. So now we're going back for a second set. Get ready? 4, 3, 2, let's go.
Let's go.
So you're just staying on this one side for now. Make sure when you come back to stand up that you stay bent and the supporting leg. So don't try to come up with a straight leg. It's gonna be, too hard to balance. Over halfway there, you guys are doing great. Testing your balance this morning. Not always easy. 10 seconds. This is the last one. Good. Move the hips side to side. Get ready to change sides. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Again, you don't have to set the foot down, but if you need the chance to balance, then set it down. Now, as you come up, you guys, you should really be activating hardcore into that hip, the glute, all the surrounding muscles, and you should be pressing into your heel. So come back. Press into your heels, squeeze your butt to come up. Good. Breathe. And stay stable there as you do the cross. Do one more, please. Down. And come up. Good, breathe. Back into your jump ins and jump outs. Oh, and my quads. I'm already feeling it. Been doing lots of workouts lately. It's been such a great thing. Okay, you ready, you guys? So jump in, jump out. Here we go. Remember, this is more like a marathon, not a sprint. So please make sure you're breathing, taking care. Draw your navel back. As you come in to the center, squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. Good. Over halfway, you guys are doing great. Stick with it. You have one more of that, and you won't see it again the rest of your class. How you doing, Eric?
Good.
Yeah.
Feeling it.
Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Back to the back of your mat. Legs still move. Flamingo walk out. Here we go. I like this playlist.
That's good.
Come up. When a leg reaches back, think about kicking your heel to the back wall. You'll get a little extra glute work. Inhale. Make sure you're finding your breath. And when you go to stand up, that back leg should bend first. You guys are doing great. Hang with it. Good. Can you do one more here for me, please? Uno más. And right into that hip. Very good. I like those.
Yeah.
Mobilizes the hips. Good for those. The pre in and out work. Here we go. You guys watch your knee as you come up. So, your knee should not be all wonky from side to side. Tendency is most of us pronate in the foot, which is like you're rolling into the instep of your foot. I want you to think about pressing into the outer edge of your foot, your pinky toe side, when you come up for that, okay? What that's gonna do is it's gonna get you back into your hip, into your heel. It's gonna help you balance. All right, we're finishing up. Last two, come on. Last one, come on you guys. Push, push, bring it back, stand it up. Very good work. Into your in and outs. Get ready. Here we go, let's go. Squeeze your glutes in, you guys. Squeeze when you come together. Inner thighs hug. Good. Core is activated. Reach up. Hey, if you want to take this more advanced, you can always add both legs in. I'm not going to do that, but there's options to make it even more intense. Just please be mindful and breathe. Doing great, you guys. Push a little bit harder, come on. Woo! Almost there. Very close. Woo! 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo! Good. Okay, move. Walk around. Sip your water. Exercise in the heart. Now for this next one, you guys, I'm just going to show you while you're still moving your feet at home and sipping your water. Okay, so the next one is a kneeling standing. We're going to start kneeling. Now, if you have knee conditions, pre-existing or currently existing, I want you to, number one, don't do this on the floor. I would rather you do this in a chair, okay? Let me show you first the more advanced option for those of us who have healthy knees in the moment, okay? So, we're in this kneeling position. We're going to shift our weight to one side, which means the side that I'm shifting my weight into, I need to consciously activate that glute, okay? That makes sense? Draw the navel in and up, gather the low ribs, hands are out here, okay? You might need something to balance. If you might need like a chair, like a seat of a chair, if you need extra support, okay? You're gonna balance into that side. You're gonna take this foot and bring it up. I'm breaking this down, like very biomechanically, because I think it's just really important before we just start throwing ourselves into exercises. Okay, now from here, so we transferred weight on this side. Now we're gonna transfer it into this front leg. Now I want you to squeeze both glutes. Now I want you to hinge at your hip. Keep your core nice and engaged. Arms are forward. Now you're going to take this back foot and step it through. So now you're in this squat. If you've ever been camping before, you're familiar with this squat. Okay, now this foot is going to come down. Sorry, this knee is going to come down, which means I need to transfer my weight into this foot so that I can free up this side, set it down, and then I come back to this kneeling position, okay? So again, let's exchange sides. So now, right side, transfer the weight, activate the glute, take the left foot forward. Now, hinge at the hip, low ribs pull in, nice strong core, and then I'm going to transfer right into both feet. Good. Now, this leg comes down, that knee comes down, this knee comes down. My toes stay curled under the whole time, okay? All right, one more time. Transfer, so it looks like this. Now I'm equal. Now I transfer down and down. Meanwhile, strong core the whole time. So it looks like this. Do it with me, please. Here, 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 okay? But if we break it down and we do it a little slower, we start to feel that energy and weight transfer. Okay, so then it becomes a more mindful movement than just flopping our bodies around in space. Okay, very good. All right, now, that's the first one. Second one is my favorite, actually, of all time. We're gonna do what's called roll back, roll up to push up. You can always negate the push up if you want. I'm gonna turn to the side, do this. Okay, so you're gonna start here, hands come behind your thighs. You're gonna roll back, just in between your shoulder blades. Roll up, cross your ankles. Okay, if you're able to, jump back, push up. But again, you can eliminate the push up at any time. Okay, then your feet would come in, jump in. So bend the knees, jump through. Do it again. Whoop. So I'm using my core here, the low core. to bring me forward and backward. Okay? Now you don't have to jump. You can step. So with the step, it would be like this. Okay? And hold plank or push up. All right, you guys. So that's the next set. I'm gonna take it down to 45 seconds for this one. Yeah? I think our bodies will like that a bit more.
Yep.
And we can focus in on the quality of those kneeling to standing movements. Yes? Okay, let's do it. Doing good, Eric.
Great.
Woo! All right, you guys, 45 seconds, let's go. Remember what I told you earlier. Okay, and then you alternate legs. Now I want you to stay low. As Eric continues to do this, I'm gonna demonstrate to you what it would look like in a chair. You're literally just tapping your butt and you're standing. That's where I want you this morning. If you have any pre-existing knee injuries, existing injuries especially, that would keep you from kneeling and being in a big flexed position in your knee. Otherwise, we're here. Again, if you need balance, support, 10 seconds, you guys. If you need support, then have like a chair, seat of a chair, or something here in front of you. Lots of hip mobility with this one, last one, and release. Good. Now, stay here, cross out your ankles, just come down to your butt. All right, so roll backs to push up. We're gonna go straight into it. Let's go. Roll back, roll up. All right, so watch Eric do this. And push up. Woo! Good. Now we're not using our head to bring us through. Engage your abs. So you're not having to rely on the momentum of your arms or your head to help you. You can bring your knees down for that push-up at any time. Woo-hoo. Come on, you guys. Give me 2 more here. 2. 1 more. Good. Come back up. Be careful if you guys have, if there's any like blood pressure stuff that y'all might be dealing with. Sometimes I get a bit lightheaded when I go from my head below my heart to my head above my heart. If that's you and you're sensitive to that, please take the intensity of what you're doing down. And if you need to, keep your heart rate up so you're not stopping so much in between. Keep moving your body. All right, you guys, next set. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Now I have to reconnect your core here. Why? Because we need to keep the back as supported as possible. Imagine, you guys, that you have a corset that's cinching you in. All of your deep, deep layers of your core, called your transverse abdominis muscles, are all knitting in together like this, towards your center. So that's what we want to visualize as we do this. I want you to stay low. Okay? Breathe. You're doing great. Good. Almost there. Stay focused. Think about your energy transfer. Pressing up through all 4 corners of your feet. Careful with your mat at home if it folds under. Do one more for me here, please. Got mosquitoes now. Woo! Good. All right, now straight into your roll back and push up. All right, so find your breath. 4, 3, 2,
Let's go.
Jump back, push up. Now when you bring those feet back in, I really want you to tune in to your lower ribs. Pull your low ribs in. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. Keep going. Now notice for a second, you guys, which foot tends to cross over first. When Eric jumps back in, He's doing both feet together. Sometimes I like to cross my ankles. Let's see if you can alternate crossing. One more, Eric, one more. One more, you guys. One more for good measure. Good job. Buen trabajo. Okay. Back into your kneeling, standing. All right, you guys, right into it, okay? This class goes fast. 4, 3, come up, kneeling. Here we go. Now, if you guys are good with this, and you're like, I'm so good at this, I want you to increase your intensity, okay? So increase your pace. Go a little faster with us, okay? If you're like, yeah, balance isn't so great this morning, I'm having a hard time connecting brain to body, no pasa nada. Just breathe, concentrate on exchanging your weight. You're still moving your body. That in and of itself is amazing. Even the fact that you just took the time to show up this morning, okay? Good. Last 2 each direction. Oh, last one. Good. Stay kneeling. We're finishing it out. Right here. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Oh, I keep falling off of my mat. Woo. Use those core muscles, you guys. They'll start to get tired. But I want you just to keep thinking about really lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles. Okay, so as if you're trying to like stop the flow of your pee, that's the best way to describe it. Those are your pelvic floor muscles. So stay engaged in those muscles. One last one right here. Last push-up. And relax. Grab your water, come up to standing, and let's for a second just move that mat out of the way. You won't need it for the next couple, not until your cool down. I've got hormigas in there. Hormigas. There's like one floating around. Keep moving your feet, you guys. Okay, now for the next set, your last set. Hopefully you're sweating. I'm sweating.
I am.
Eric's definitely sweating. We're gonna do a single leg lunge to a knee drive. So no mat required or necessary for this one. Transfer the weight into your left foot. Free up the right leg. So Eric, you can do this with me. Pretty simple. We're gonna just lunge it back. And then we're gonna drive the knee up. Now, when we're doing this, we're coming into a 90-degree in both legs. Notice that I'm not sending my energy and weight over the ball of my foot. My knee's not going ever beyond. I can't balance this morning, sorry guys. It's like trying to balance and then look at the camera. So I'm not sending my foot beyond my toes. I wanna stay lifted here. I'm gonna lower that back knee, okay? I'm not way back here, like a big yoga lunge. I'm here. When I come up from here, I'm sending it back. So I'm here, and I'm sending it up towards my chest, hugging the lower ribs in. If I want to make it more advanced, I add the hop. The arm drive is really crucial to getting your energy up. Okay, when I land, I'm landing toe ball heel, not flat-footed. Okay, so be gentle on your joints. If you're not into the hopping, eliminate it, no problem. Okay, we're gonna do that on both sides. Then, you just have a lateral squat. Pretty simple. Okay, side to side. Now, if you wanna take your intensity up, shuffles, side to side. All right, so let's get to it. Catch my breath. 4, 3, 2, let's go. I like to drive my arms here, but more than anything, I want to keep my gaze fixed on a thing. And I'm really thinking, visualizing almost, about what my body's up to. Am I sending some of that weight back into my heels so that when I come up to standing, I'm squeezing into that glute? Good. We're just going for 45 here. Again, feel free to hop. Nathan Visser, if you're on, I want to see you hopping at home. Check in with your balance. It might suck this morning, but no worries. Some mornings, some days are just like that. Last one. Switch sides. Shake that out. And 4, 3, 2, here we go. You guys might notice, just observe without judgment, that one side might feel a bit wonky, off balance. It's so normal. But all we have to do is just remember that we're moving, and we're moving mindfully. Quality over quantity. Good. Pick it up a little bit faster. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze your glute, 2, last one, good. Shake the legs out, kick your butt with your heels. Catch your breath, lateral squats, side to side, lado a lado, here we go. 4, 3, 2, and side to side. Good. Navel draws back. Lower ribs hug in now. Let's increase it. Come on, Eric. I want you to shuffle side to side. Yeah. Because at home, I want you guys to feel our energy. We're sending you lots of energy right now. So, come on. Let's finish strong. Woo. Working laterally. Almost there, come on. 10 seconds. Get that butt lowered. Last one. Good work. Shake the legs out. How you doing?
Good.
Some days might feel harder than others. That's also really normal. So we're just gonna breathe. Move right in. Single leg lunge. Shoulders, chest back. Okay. Navel draws in. Left side, here we go. Concentrate. Keep your focus on. Now, what is the foot doing? That supporting foot. Pressing, hopefully, through all 4 corners. The 2 corners in the heel, the pinky toe side, and the big toe side. All of those corners, equal distribution of the weight. The core is strong. I need you guys to focus. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Sending it over to the other side. If you're feeling like a hot mess at home too, just embrace it. Okay, other side, here we go. Straight into it. We're getting a little coordination also into our brain, okay? Because we're moving cross-laterally with the arms. Good. Breathe. You're doing great, you guys. Stay strong, stay with us. If you're hopping and you're like losing your form, come back to this, please. Last 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Shake those hips out, side to side. We have only time for one more lateral squat. So this one, I want you to make it as best as you can, okay? So, get ready. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Choose your shuffle if you want to choose your shuffle. If you're doing this, I want you to increase your intensity. Come on, guys. Come on, Eric. You got this. Keep your low ribs pulling in. Get lower in your squat. Even if you're just here, okay, because of knees, be here. But be all here. Woo! Last 10 seconds. Speed it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. Shake your legs. Sip your water. Move your body. Oh boy.
That was a good one.
I love the sweat. Okay, you guys, so a couple of standing, just to cool us down. So, here, hips side to side. Knees are slightly bent. Relax your shoulders. Take your hips in circles now. And then take it the opposite direction. And you can alternate. Belly still drawn in. If you need something for balance here, you can use the seat of a chair if you have yoga blocks at home. We're just gonna bend into our knees a little bit. Left hand comes down, and if this is too far to reach the floor here, hand on the hip, and then just start to reach that right arm up. Or exactly like Eric just did, elbow to thigh, and reach up. Now, what I want you to do, so you notice how Eric's right hip, he's sending it out to the right, and he's bending through his left knee. Draw your navel in and up, inhale, and exhale, switch sides. Now, if you need more, you can take it down to the floor, you can tint your fingers like this, but I just want you to be more shifted the weight into the balls of your feet versus your heels. Okay, so I'm sending my left hip out, the left arm reaches up. Good. Now, take both hands down. I want you to open your feet a little bit wider, toes turn out to the side, and then I want your hips to just move from side to side as you bend and straighten. Good. Now, if you notice your heel, when you come down, start to lift off, I don't want that. I want you to stay connected full foot to the floor. That's an indication of where your hip mobility is, and it's perfect, right where you are this morning. But just kind of notice those little nuances so that you can get a little bit more out of what you're doing. Again, versus mindlessly moving your body. Good, now let's stay on this side. If you can be here, your hips lifted, great. If you can go lower without your knee moving way beyond your toes, see if you can get so that your knee is generally moving in the same direction as your toes, pointed in the same direction. And maybe this foot starts to flex a little bit. This leg here, I have a very soft micro bend, okay, just protecting the ligaments and tendons there. Then I'm gonna shift, use my hands to shift over to this side, doing the same thing. Notice my knee is not inverting, it's not coming in. I'm thinking about energizing the outer thigh so that I can keep that knee going in the same direction as my toes, soft bend, and the straight knee, straight leg, sorry. And then come back to the center. If you can be here for just a second, slightly bend your knees, and then I want you just to fold forward. Now, if blood is rushing too quickly for you, Please don't take your head below your heart yet. It may not be time, okay? But if you're okay to go there with head below the heart, don't worry, we're gonna come up slowly, but right now I just want you to be here. See if you can just hang, maybe even take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and send your hands up to the sky. Let the crown of the head, I'm gonna keep talking to you as Eric does this. The crown of the head is reaching towards the floor. The weight of his feet, they're shifting more into the balls of his feet versus in his heels. He's bending into his knees because this is better for his hamstrings and hips. So just be mindful about that. Good. Now we're gonna inhale, halfway lift with a long spine. And then we're gonna exhale and fold again. Lift the belly. Shake the head yes and no just to release the neck. Let's take the feet back to the center. Bend the knees, drop the tail. Roll up one vertebra. Now go slowly with us, please. Nice and slow. I'm squeezing into my glutes, protecting my low back. Breathe arms in and up. Catch a hold of your left wrist and then send the hips forward. So you're fine just as you are. So we're just gonna send the hips forward here. Sorry, the music's a little loud, so I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, so sorry guys. So you're gonna catch that left wrist and then send the hip over to the left. Okay. So, grounding down into your left foot. My arms are reaching over to the right. My hips are moving forward. My belly stays drawn in, okay? Now see if you can sort of shine your heart up to the sky a little bit. So, you're gonna sort of drop into that right armpit. My head is just sort of resting against my right arm. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release the shoulders. Good. Take the hands. Clasp them behind the back. You can keep open palms or closed palms, it's up to you. Again, connect here. I love that stretch, or that crack. I have the same crack he's cracking as, was that your sternum or your back? Snap, crackle, pop. So I want to see hips forward here, not arching in the back. So hips reach forward, navel draws in and up, lower ribs together. Again, palms can be open palms, or closed palms. We're just stretching here in our chest since we did some push-ups. And then bend your knees and start to fold forward so we can get a bit of a hamstring stretch here. That's where my crack happens, right in my cervical and thoracic muscle. If you open your palms here and you're able to keep your fingers interlaced, even if your hands are a bit sweaty, notice how that transfers the stretch into the tops of your lower arms. Like right around your forearms. Good, bend the knees, tuck your tail. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Oh yeah, feels great. Inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky, feet are together. Now catch your right wrist. And then take the hips over to the right side. Ground down through this right foot. So right foot is really pressing down into the earth as the arms reach up and over to the left. Hug those low ribs in. Now drop through that left armpit so you can open your chest and your heart a little bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do it one more time. Breathe in through your belly, the side of your rib cage. I know it's hard in this position. And then breathe out, send yourself back up. Let your arms come around. Now, one last stretch on each side. We get cut off with the live. See if you can hang out a little bit more at home with these stretches. If you have the ability to balance again on your right leg, we're gonna take the left knee, bend it. So it's right next to that right knee. Now, if you're able to catch your ankle or the top of your foot, if you need something to, for balance, use a wall, a chair, or something that's stable. But where I want you is hips forward. So shift your hips forward, but I want you to keep your knee next to your right. Yeah, both knees are in line right now. If you you want to take this a little bit further, you can start to hinge forward at your hips. Press your foot into your hand and then kick it back, and you can get a bit of a anterior stretch in the front of your quad. If you want to take it lower, you can take it down to the floor or a block if you have the flexibility, and then send it open here. That's super advanced. My yogis will love that. For those of us who just need to be here, then be there. Okay, now release that gently, shake the legs out, and then I want you to do the same thing on the other side, please. So transfer the weight, and then bend the knee, look down. See if you can get into that hamstring. So use the hamstring to bend in through the knee. Yeah, and then see if you can catch the top of the foot or the ankle. Press in to the hand with that foot. Okay, now, if your balance is all over the place, take your supporting leg, that knee, and softly bend into it, okay? Now, send the hips forward, and then take the right glute and squeeze the right glute. Notice how that's gonna start to light up the front of your thigh. My shoulder's released, I'm not bringing it up here. So shoulder releases, chest releases if you wanna take it a little bit deeper. Again, bend a little bit more into that supporting leg. If you can, take it to the floor. One side is gonna be trickier than the other always, and it's okay. And I'm like quivering, so I'm not gonna go down that far. And then let's go ahead and just release the foot, send the hips from side to side. Take one more deep breath in together, you guys. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, send the breath out of your mouth. Let's do it one more time. Open up the legs this time, bend through the knees. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Very good. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Eric. Great job today, you guys. Make sure you stay hydrated, drink your water, and just stretch a little bit more if you're able to today, okay? So we'll see you back here tomorrow. We have class with Michelle Porter, who's one of our fantastic Pilates instructors, and she'll be offering us a core fusion class. It'll be about a 30-minute class, so I think we all have 30 minutes tomorrow. That's going to be at 10:30 Cabo time, so that's mountain time. All right, so sending you guys love and good vibes. Have a great day.
Stay active.